problem number 9. This is the problem related to Upton Manufacturing. And in this particular case, we only have one time period. There's not multiple columns or multiple time periods, but we do have multi-factor productivity. We have labor, raw materials, energy, and capital. So when we select our Excel OM from chapter number 1, the number of inputs are 4. The number of time periods is only one time period. It happens to be per day, but we can label that or not. So in this particular case, the first factor is labor. The second factor is raw materials, energy, and finally, capital. Now the output for the period of time is 1,000 tires. The labor is 400 hours. The amount of raw material is 20,000 pounds. The energy is $5,000 per day, and the capital costs are $10,000 per day. So what you have is the factor of on the right under results. So every hour of labor will produce 2.5 tires. Every pound of raw materials will produce 0.05 of a tire. Every dollar spent on energy will produce 0.2 of a tire, and every dollar on capital will produce 0.1 of a tire. What we're going to do differently in this problem is we're going to enter some of the dollar amounts. So labor is $12.50. The material is $1 per pound, and the energy and the capital costs are per day. So this is 1 and 1. So what you have here is this. To answer the part A, B, and C. This is the answer for A, which is 2.5 tires per hour. So 2.5 tires per hour. In part B, what is the multi-factor productivity? So in this particular case, this is the answer for B. So for every dollar spent, we produce 0.025 tires. What it represents. Now in part C, it tells us that they are able to reduce the energy bill by $1,000 per day without any change in the other outputs. So the energy bill goes from $5,000 per day to $4,000. And you can see in part C, for every dollar spent, you produce 0.025641 tires, because you're able to produce the same amount with less input. So this is where you have an example where it's one period of time, but because we have dollars, we can calculate the multi-factor productivity, which is based per dollar. The other thing to be careful about is to note that the energy is 1 unit of energy because it's 1 day. The $5,000 in the original numbers was per day, and the $10,000 was per day, so that's per one. If it was $5,000 for, say, a certain number of kilowatts or BTUs or whatever the case would be, then you do it on a per unit basis. But the unit in this case is days. I hope that is clear.